The thruster's not working.
You're too close, you're too close.
Stop loading.
We are coming to the end of our voyage from Greece all the way across the Mediterranean Sea to Gibraltar. It has taken us 2.5 weeks. Sometimes we have been able to anchor at an island along the way in order to get a good night's sleep. But other than that, we have worked in shifts of 3 hours on and 3 hours off, night and day. When Kathy is at the helm for 3 hours, I try to get some sleep, and she does the same when I'm at the helm for my 3-hour shift. We are both exhausted and sleep deprived. This can be dangerous. This is when mistakes are made more easily, as you will see towards the end of this video, when a crucial mistake almost led to me crashing the boat.
It is sunrise on day 18, and I can say with certainty we will get to Gibraltar today. The last couple of days we thought we would get there, but we're trying to sail as far as possible. So you can see our sails are up, and we're trying to sail to conserve our fuel and to enjoy sailing, and it's taken a bit longer than we thought. Yesterday was a real sting in the tail on our journey, and we had a headwind of almost 30 knots, and we were trying to tack across this yesterday, and eventually we gave up and we headed for the coast, and we dropped anchor quite late at night, and we got about 5 hours sleep, and that was a really good decision because the wind has died down and it's going to make entering Gibraltar harbour a lot easier today. Obviously it's daylight and a lot less wind. We can't wait to get a nice long sleep and a hot shower, a really good hot shower. We have showers here on board, but we have to use as little water as possible. Let's take you around and show you what's happening. That is the coastline of Spain over there, and yesterday we saw quite a number of fires in the distance, and this morning we've awoken to a huge fire in Spain, and there's so much smoke up ahead that visibility there is quite limited. Maybe through the haze you can see the Rock of Gibraltar. The sun is rising beautifully and our sails are up. I just never tire of these beautiful sunrises, and oh, it's just so lovely to be out at this time of the morning. Normally I'd be fast asleep, but it's so lovely. It's so fresh, it's so beautiful. Almost every day on this trip we've had dolphins at sunrise, sunset, and often in between, and they just swim up to the boat and accompany us for a little while and then disappear again.
As we approached Gibraltar, the wind and the waves became a lot more challenging. You can't see it on the video footage, but the bow of our boat was pounding into huge waves that covered the front of the boat. The Strait of Gibraltar acts as a narrow funnel between two large land masses at the entrance to the Mediterranean Sea. Not only were we experiencing a strong headwind, but also a very strong current flowing through this narrow strait. The water in the Atlantic is less salty and less dense than the water in the Mediterranean. It sits on the top and flows into the Med as a surface layer of about 125 meters. Also, there is a countercurrent from the African continent causing internal waves that flow eastward. Altogether, this makes for a choppy and very disturbed sea.
Lots and lots of wind right now. Coming around the Rock of Gibraltar on a very, very windy day. And there's the wind.
30 knots of headwind means that I need a lot of acceleration from my engine in order to make headway against the wind. This increases fuel consumption, but our fuel is running low and I'm not sure we will make it into the very busy port of Gibraltar.
Fuel tank on empty, and we are rounding the Rock of Gibraltar in 31 knots of headwind. Are we going to make it, Daryl?
If we weren't going to make it, I wouldn't be here. So we have to round that point over there.
How much wind is coming on the nose?
Well, it's picked up to 32.
Whoa.
Picked up to 32. And I have to maintain a distance with the point so that I don't get blown if something goes wrong. We had a diesel blockage and I had to clean the filters and stuff. So there's dirt in the tank and it can come through at any time and stall the engine. So going forward now, at a certain point I'll turn to starboard.
We're giving ourselves an escape route.
Yeah.
Because our fuel is quite low. We have reserve tanks, but the one tank that emptied first, the engine got clogged up before the reserve tank was even reached. So we know we've got a lot of gunk in the bottom of the tanks. So now we're on tank number 2, and tank number 2 is now approaching reserve in this incredible wind. We don't have far to go, and once we're around the point we can sail because the wind will then be on our beam, but it's pretty hairy and scary. And Daryl had the engine up to 2000 revs just now, and it was moving forward at 0.8 knots.
I hate doing that.
So the engine is doing valiantly against this strong headwind.
I'm a very optimistic person, so I'm sure even in the worst spots I'll say now we're going to make it.
The wind is directly on the nose, so what we would have to do if we lost power now is go right round and straight back out to sea. Whoa!
Grab here.
So many massive ferries and tankers going around. This thing just keeps beeping. Whoa. Waves are right against the window. Right, let's turn a bit more. Okay, I see you.
When we finally arrived at Gibraltar Harbour, we had to find the tiny entrance into Queensway Quay Marina. Right, baby, we is that
Right.
spot. Babe, I think what we must do is we must go down to that spot, drop an anchor, and get ourselves together, and then give him a shot because maybe we can't even go into that place now.
Okay. Oh, babes, there are birds coming from every direction. This is very scary.
Is that orange boat moving?
Yeah, the tanker. There's also a yacht. Can you see the yacht?
On the other side of him, yeah?
Close to
So,
us.
yeah, so if I was, he's moving forward, then you got to go behind him. Oh, here's one over here. Maybe one of you should turn in here. This guy is coming
Across him or behind
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
Does that turn now?
Yeah, turn now, yeah. Oh, stay. Yeah,
Stay.
Stay, yeah. No, you're going.
Yeah, but I can't immediately go back.
Okay.
If you say stay, it's going to take me a while.
You turned already? Did you turn
Yes.
already? Okay, because it took so long. Okay, yes, over here.
See, this guy guy's under sail. This guy is under sail. He's going at 7 knots, and in this wind, it may just be the wind.
Yeah, no, he's motoring. So what we do, once we get that direction.
Yeah, but I can't turn until he's past us.
Yeah.
Queensway, Quay, Marina. Have you spoke to anyone recently about the berth?
No, we've been emailing a lady called Kat.
Yeah, you've got berth. You'll be berthed on the south side of the pontoon. That's the delta.
Right, I've got you. D pontoon on the south side. Is it stern to or side on?
Stand to or bow to, that's up to you.
Thank you very much. Right, it is D pontoon on the south side.
Do you know exactly which one it is?
No, I don't. But I guess they'll be marked. So I think you have to go back to where we came in, directly opposite.
Okay.
Is going to be the entrance, directly opposite the entrance, and then you're going to turn right.
No, I've not got visual on me.
Indeed.
You can't actually see the label.
Yes. This is the guy with the green sweater.
D, yes, that's it. So D pontoon on the south side.
Thruster not working. When you are docking a 20-ton boat in wind, you really need a bow thruster to turn the boat sharply to port or starboard. Unlike a car, you can't put your foot on the brake to stop the boat. Once 20 tons of boat is moving, it takes time to change direction. When you are moving slowly, there isn't enough water flowing over the rudder to maintain steering. This is when you flip your bow thruster left or right to maneuver the boat. The thruster's not working.
Thruster not working.
I don't know, it's not having any effect. It seemed to me that my bow thruster had failed, and I was finding it almost impossible to maneuver the boat into the space that I had been given.
Yeah, you're having a few problems with the wind direction getting the boat in the berth, yeah?
Yeah.
Here we are, and we're not sure if our thruster's working.
Okay, just go sit yourself out in the channel, out in the centre for the moment. I'm just looking to see whether I can put you somewhere that's a bit easier for your vessel type.
Here is my big mistake. There was in fact nothing wrong with the bow thruster.
No, I tell you, like, I don't think I've got anywhere else to put you other than this berth when you're
No, we will get in here now, man.
Okay, no problem. We'll just keep trying.
Maybe can you just go up front and see if you get when I hit the thruster, if you get foam coming out?
There is at the back. There is at the back.
Our bow thruster is retractable. It sits in a special compartment in the bow, held in place by a metal pin. You need to remove the pin before pressing the button to drop the thruster down into the water. In my stressed and exhausted state, I had failed to remove the pin.
Don't have enough space here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Go forward a bit, Abby.
That is a quick break you gonna do.
Kathy,
Yeah, we're just looking to see if we can get you on a pontoon in on the other side, which would mean that you have your stern to the wind, which you might behave a little bit better when your stern to the wind without a bow thrust, yeah?
Okay, let's try one more time.
Okay. Without enough speed, there was no water flowing over the rudder and I lost control of the steering. The wind blew the boat side on to the other boats moored on the pontoon. Two of the other boat owners tried to help push us away from them and I rushed to the third boat to try and keep the anchor away from our fiberglass hull. There were now 3 anchors protruding from 3 other boats, threatening to put a hole in the side of our boat.
I have number 4 on deck.
Take the line off the back then.
Yep.
Well.
Believe it or not, we didn't have a scratch on our boat after this parking nightmare. Our amazing solid stainless steel guardrails held the anchors of 3 other boats without even a bend or a scratch. We were lucky. We got off lightly from this stupid mistake. It's a mistake that I don't think we'll ever make again. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so that you never miss an episode. You can like by giving us a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends and write us a comment below. We love to hear from you.